The Oregon Music Hall of Fame will induct Gloria Johnson tonight, and with me now is her husband, Bill Johnson. Gloria passed away on July 9th, 2019. Bill, you met Gloria when she was working at KQIV, right?
I did.
Tell us the story.
I was working at Today Records in Lake Oswego and listening to her, and I'm not sure if I went up to see BA first or to meet her, or I also remember her coming into the store and us talking and getting together later for beers.
She was from the East Coast originally, Connecticut,
Correct.
I believe.
Yep, Niantic.
Before moving to Oregon, Gloria also worked at radio stations in California and also in Boston?
WBCN in Boston. She interned there. Briefly at KLOS and also at KNAC in Long Beach.
And then she came up to KQIV.
Yep, quad.
Her passion for music came earlier in her life, though, because as I recall, her father was a musician. Can you tell us about her dad?
He played piano at night in a trio, very much like Errol Garner, and played weekends too.
Now, did she get to watch him do these performances?
Oh yeah. She watched him practice, and she every time we went back there, we went to clubs to watch him play.
So he played till later in life?
Oh yeah. He played up until he passed as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
She was a pioneer in radio because when Gloria got on the air, there were not many women in the business.
No.
How did she feel about being one of the first?
I don't know if she really thought about being one of the first. It was just trying to get the job and keep the job, and doing something compatible. There wasn't much offered, so you kind of take what you get.
Now, we met at KVAN, the Monomaniacs. Gloria was the music director there, and she did middays. And one of my first auditions was doing news on her show. I loved her from the first moment I met her because of her passion for music. We liked the same kind of stuff.
Yep.
I heard her play Johnny and Edgar Winter together live, side one.
At 10 in the morning.
At 10 in the morning when she got on the air.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know who this woman is, but I'm in love with her.
Yeah.
And from there, it was a great friendship.
Yeah.
Glow had ears when it came to music. She became the music director not only at KVAN, but for KGON, and that's probably where she made the biggest national impact on the industry.
Absolutely. Yep.
She was the first DJ in the U.S. to play Def Leppard.
Correct.
Can you tell me about that?
We went back to Connecticut in 1980 to see her folks. Stopped in New York City, delivered a Johnny Kuntz record to Arista Records, and then went to Lieber Krebs to visit Cliff Bernstein, who managed Def Leppard. He had a test pressing, gave it to us. She brought it home and put it on the air a couple of months before it was released.
And that relationship continued until this day.
Yep.
Def Leppard will always credit Gloria.
Joe usually gives her a shout out from the stage right before Foolin'. Yeah.
She broke other artists as well. Can you name some of them and how that came about?
Loverboy during the Canadian phase, Men at Work during the Australian phase. Boy, there were a lot of bands from both of those countries that she helped. She was early on Pat Benatar, back in the KVAN days, Trower, Rush, The Tubes, Cars. She wasn't afraid to be first if she heard something that sounded really good. That was pre-consultants where they told you what was okay to play and what wasn't. So.
One of my favorites is Angel City, who were known as the Angels in Australia, and Gloria was the one who brought them to everybody's attention.
That's true. I'm not quite sure how she came about Angel City, but through hard play in the Northwest, Seattle and Portland, they came over and pretty much broke ground here.
They would sell out shows here,
Multiple nights.
whereas other parts of the country are Angel
Unknown.
Who?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But that tells you the power of her ears. She really knew what it was, and when she heard it, she just felt it. I admired her ability to do any format, too. Rock, oldies, country, hits, smooth jazz, she did them all.
Everything but classical and maybe sports or talk, and all all the day parts. She worked mornings, midday, the dreaded overnight, evenings, all of it. So,
Now, rock was probably her favorite,
absolutely.
but it was fun when she was working country because she found some artists that she turned me on to that
Probably Vince Gill.
Yeah.
Kenny Chesney. Yeah. I mean, a hit's a hit in any language.
That's right. And she did it all with class, absolutely. For a while, she turned her attention to TV production, and she received a double associate's degree at Mount Hood Community College.
Mm-hmm.
She earned a scholarship to go there, and you are doing something amazing in her memory that relates to this.
She benefited from scholarships at Mount Hood Community College, where she got her double degree, she said, interned at K2, and then immediately went back into radio, of course. But in her memory, I presented to the board here the idea of a scholarship for graduate school women in the music industry. So I'm going to fund a scholarship for 5 years in a row in her memory.
So it'll be the Gloria Johnson Scholarship Fund?
Exactly, yeah.
That will be given away for the next 5 years through the Oregon Music Hall of Fame.
Correct, yes.
So anybody that has a musician, a young musician that wants to go further with their education and their career,
Or wants to be a music teacher in the music industry, obviously broadcasting, sure, anything related, yeah.
well, that's great, and that's something that is so needed, is an opportunity, and you're providing that, and I know Gloria would
It's
absolutely
a
love
cliche,
this.
but it's giving back. Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's going to start next year?
Yes.
Okay. And I believe the applications start at the beginning of the year and then go
March
on.
20th or so, 22nd, somewhere in the, there's a deadline. Yeah,
So we'll be
Janine would know.
we'll be definitely talking about that a lot when the time comes. And there'll be, if anybody wants to go look for it, go to omhof.org and you'll see how to apply for the scholarship.
Or, yeah, talk to Janine Rundle.
I know Gloria loved Oregon. And what was her favorite things about the state?
She loved the coast, of course. We didn't want to leave Oregon when she was in between radio jobs, so that's why she changed different formats. She really loved the coast.
What do you think she would feel about tonight's induction?
I think she'd be pleased to be recognized and included, humbled, and I think she'd really be pleased about the scholarship. Trying to give a leg up to women, especially graduates, keeping it in the state, kind of at home, and giving back to the city that supported us.
Well, certainly she was a mentor to me.
Well, you guys were besties, for sure.
She was my maid of honor at my wedding.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved her like nobody else, and as I will call her right now, my queen.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it's been long overdue, but at last,
Yeah.
we welcome Gloria Johnson into the Oregon Music Hall of Fame tonight. Thank you, Bill, for being here.
My pleasure.
It's just an amazing time, and I cannot wait to have this happen.
Thanks, Iris.